What's going on, y'all? I'm saying what's up, y'all, like I really got somebody here listening to me. Ha Nah, ain't nobody here yet. I be having when I go live, I got a person or two that pop in, check out what's going on. Welcome to another live with your boy K on the check-in. Yo, it's been a cool 2 weeks, man. Like I've been making some exponential gains here on YouTube, and I want to thank all of you sincerely for just checking out what I'm doing. It's very limited, and I plan to improve my content and the presentation of my message in due time. Right now, I'm just using what I can. You got to start somewhere, right? And you got to start small and grow big like everything else does. So that's what I'm doing. And speaking of people subscribing and liking, why not hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, man? It don't hurt. It's free. Check out what I'm doing. You get to see the growth, man. You'll see me progress here. I'll need a little bit of time. It's it takes a bit of effort and discipline, but I see there's some things to gain out of this, and I want to give it a shot. But most importantly, I can give and add on to some people through this. And that's what I want to do ultimately. I want to inspire people and help people, help people guide themselves to the right path. Thus, my live, and that is why hashtag, or what is hashtag men on code. What is hashtag men on code? What is that? And why is that? Well, I'm not going to say that I made this hashtag up, but in looking around, I didn't see a whole lot of posts and things under this hashtag. So this hashtag is kind of wide open. Men on code. Or what is that? Well, let me start by saying that I have no desire to get in and chiming on this quote unquote gender war, which I have said in a previous post that is fake, and I pay it no mind. Now, if I didn't post that yet, I'm going to. But this gender war stuff is absolutely ridiculous. I think it's foolish, and I think it's silly for anyone to even really partake in it. But there are some scriptures that come to mind when I think about this day and time. It's reflected in the Bible and the Holy Quran. It has to do with the Pharaoh in the days of Moses. Well, in that parable of Moses freeing the children of Israel out of Egypt, the Pharaoh issued a very interesting decree. And that decree was to kill the male and survive the female. Kill the male and survive the female. I think that's very interesting in the light of what we're seeing today. And with all that going on, I think as a man, there are some things that we have to do. And everything that reflects things that we have to do, or directions that we have to go, or content we have to see, or things that we have to take into consideration, I am marking with the hashtag Men on Code, because now more than ever, we need some men on code. And you might say, well, what is that code? Well, there's nothing formal that I've written out. But when I say men on code, I'm talking about a specific kind of man that has a superior confidence and value about himself, that does not allow himself to succumb to sexual images, thirst trap comments, simpy chump remarks, feeling like they have to be validated by women content makers that are really ain't doing much but shaking their nasty behind and showing their chest. Now let me just say this, man. You've seen my videos, man. I'm not a bad looking dude. Okay? I mean, to say I love women is an understatement. Um, I've been with, I'm not proud of this, but I've been with quite a few women, man. I've been married, been divorced. I have children. So, I was raised, by a house full of women. So, I'm not a woman hater or anything like that. Far from it. But let's call a spade a spade. A lot of the behavior that we're seeing, and I'm talking outside of the real legitimate sisterhood, man. I'm talking about this pornographic OnlyFans stuff they're sneaking into YouTube. You know, this thirst trap stuff. No, people that are subscribing to hashtag Men on Code do not pay this stuff no mind whatsoever. People that are not on code, men that are not on code, are sliding up in women's DMs, leaving thirst trap messages, liking these posts and commenting funny stuff, looking funny. You are not on code subscribing to that stuff. Now it goes deeper because we have to reflect and act in our private life outside of what's visible in social media. And quite frankly, there's a lot of guys out there that don't know about high value standards and how things are conducted. For example, you have, let's say, for example, you have some advice, somebody giving advice online, a man or a woman talking about, stupid tricks and manipulation to play this game with a woman. If she texts you, wait 2 hours and don't write her back right away for this kind of result. Or one of my favorites, you can never be too nice. You can't treat women nice because they won't want to be with you anymore. Well, Men on code don't subscribe to stupidness like this. We don't do that because you know why? Because I treat people the way I like to be treated, regardless of their trauma and whatever their shortcomings are. So if I'm going to be nice and they can't respond to someone who's being nice or who likes to be nice, well, then they can get the stepping. Simple, period, and the story. Or the other example I cited, you know, um, woman calls you, don't call back right away. Give it this much amount of time so you can, I don't know, make her miss you or something. Let me tell you something, bruh. Let me tell you something. You see, this is inside information, okay, that has yet to really be mentioned online. You see, one of the traits that makes someone high value, especially in the quote unquote manosphere, and I'm talking about certain men that are managing accounts that are six-figure or more a year accounts. You know, you write in bills for that amount to 7, 8, 9, 10 million a year. You see, you have to develop, in order to do that, one has to develop a habit of high turnaround communication, response time. That's what we refer to it as. You have to response time have a habit. We have to do that because you move from one thing on to execute. That's why they call it an executive position, right? Because you have to execute immediately. You don't play games, waiting games in that field of work, and that spills over into your relationships and things when it comes to your family because it's a habit of high performing individuals. So what does that say about those that's giving that advice about making women wait and because you don't have time and all this other manipulative garbage? What it says is that they don't have no idea of what I'm talking about. Well, I'm here to tell you that on the high value side of things, response time is everything. And that will also spill over into how you respond to the people that you care about. And if you're dealing with a woman that is not mature enough to deal with stuff like that, to look at healthy communication as something valuable, that is not someone that we need to be dealing with. And that kind of advice is not on code. Men on code is another standard that we need to implement in our life. And it goes a lot farther than what I'm saying. I'm talking about some deep spiritual principles. I mean, even going as far as no more fornication and things like that. Like, we need to go there seriously, guys. And if any women, if you're women, if you're listening to this too, I hope you're gaining some things from what I'm saying. And I know real women will be very happy to hear things like this, to know that someone is edging other brothers to get on this path of it's really like a spiritual healing and cleansing so that you can deal with the opposite sex in the right way, on code. Because if she's not really mature enough to handle the the things that you desire or that I desire as a man in a relationship, we don't need to be playing with that at all. We don't even need to be tooting it and booting it, man. We gotta cut her and get on to the next one. Because we don't have time for anything else. You see, now is the time for this type of thing with all the stuff that's going on in the world. Because pretty soon things about to hit the fan, y'all. And we don't have time to play with the estate. You understand what I'm saying? We got big stakes at hand here. And we're gonna keep running around. I mean, listen, man, I'm guilty of it too, y'all. I'm not Mr. Perfect here. But we can't keep running around sticking our stuff in these nasty women that don't know how to carry themselves as if we out here trying to build something. That's the life of a hypocrite. And we can't do that anymore. We can't afford that anymore. We have to get on code. And we got to edge each other on. I'm pretty sure if we had a room full of men on code, they'd probably be the most productive, sexiest, confident men you've ever seen. And there's a lot of other brothers out there that need to be guided and influenced to clean up their life. Stop wasting their time. How many women they can manipulate. They're not getting nowhere. You're not getting no money. You're not structuring how the money is going to flow into your family. You're not protecting yourself. You're not taking the protective measures to protect yourself or your family from manipulative, women and other people and the men that they're bringing into your life, just smashing up your life. Nah, man, I got to stop now, bruh. It's time to get on code. Men on code. That's the hashtag. Anything that I feel is remotely close to principles that reflect on that is gonna have that hashtag somewhere in the description, in comments. Just let folks know that K-Bang said it, man. Anything that's of valuable information, Men on Code hashtag needs to be there. And I'm not talking about information of bashing women. That's not on code either. Everybody making an example of this silly woman, and you got these silly ass dudes getting up in the chat, just chiming in on that like it's entertainment. There's nothing entertaining about the condition of the sisterhood today. There's nothing entertaining about these simps and white knights out here saving the day with this foolishness. Now, it's nice to see sisters getting the super chats and you got your little following and everything, but you know what? A little bit, some of it is a little misguided, man. You're just dragging these men through this stuff, getting money from them, while you're just kind of, putting down how silly these women are looking. There's nothing entertaining about it. I don't enjoy it one bit, man. It's very sad to see. It's very disheartening. Those videos with Kevin Samuels and, with those women, that was absolutely heartbreaking to see how far gone and delusional these people are. I'm not going to sit around in chat rooms, virtually high-fiving everybody over dissing a woman that don't know no better. And the same thing for the vice versa, for these men. I'm going to do a separate post on this, but, terms like Pookies and Ray Rays, like this has become the jargon for men that are kind of like in the street and have become like a desirable thing for women that don't, they ain't about nothing, as if to say that this is what women want and they don't want any smart, intelligent men. Like, who the hell would even have the heart to even regurgitate some foolishness like that? Pookie and Ray Ray, that is derogatory. And no man on code should be caught dead talking like that. You see where I'm getting at? This is what Men on Code is about to me. This is what I'm planning to propagate when it comes to this hashtag. I mean, I got a lot of other stuff on my channel, man, when it comes to technology and stuff like that. We were going over a new soundboard earlier today, and, you know, I do little shorts based on other people's videos and stuff like that. But these are some other things that I think need to be put out there to help some people out, because, you know, this programming, it'll get you mixed up if you ain't thinking for yourself. Well, a lot of people that I see going around these videos and checking it out, you know, a lot of them are looking for validation. And no man on code should ever be doing that. I mean, yeah, go ahead and gather some information, hear what other people have to say, support other people, and respect what they have to say. But, you know, looking for validation from what someone else is saying to the degree that you're kind of trying to argue the point and trying to, you know, you're on this person's platform trying to argue the point of what they're saying. No, 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 no. We don't do that. We don't need their validation. You can go ahead on your own. This is social media. You can go on your own platform, say what you want, and let people express. You know, I made a post the other day about how people need to stop doing this alcohol and drugs and all this type of stuff, and I had a dude get on my leave a comment telling me to calm down, and I'm like, dude, you're on. This is my post. I post what I want to post. And if you don't like it, you can go say something about it somewhere else, but you're not coming over here talking about what you're telling me to calm down. You see what I'm saying? People looking for validation in this stuff. So every post you see needs to agree with the foolishness that you're doing. It's not on code, and that needs to stop. That's what Men on Code is about. So expect some other posts on this. I'm going to elaborate on it more, but this should get you started. Go ahead and run with it, fellas. But be wise, because I'll be looking around. Do not post this hashtag on no dumb stuff. It got to be premium information, man. Premium data when it comes to Men on Code. We're talking about making, as Men on Code, we're talking about, you know, women got to go through God to get to us now. This is how real it's getting. This is how real we're about to put this shit down. It's so real that whoever wants to be in your life, she got to go through God to get to you or to me. Next level. This is where we're taking it. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. All right? And I'll be back with more. Y'all stay tuned. I'm out. Peace.